Herbicides used in Orange County's creeks and rivers are raising concerns from environmentalists. They want the effort to get rid of unwanted plants to stop altogether. Eyewitness News reporter Jory Rand has the 7 On Your Side investigation.
I see this guy spraying something.
For the last 5 months, the OC Creek team has been trying to alert the public that for years, Orange County has been spraying glyphosate herbicide into its rivers and creeks.
Herbicide, what kind? So the Santa Ana River here gets sprayed with somewhere between 30 and 50,000 gallons of Roundup annually. And that's the standard across the county.
These posts to Instagram document workers blanketing different OC waterways with herbicide, killing plants for the ostensible purpose of flood control. We'll get to that in a moment. Brett founded the Creek team after noticing changes while jogging along his local San Juan Capistrano Creek.
This creek sometimes would be alive and then sometimes it would just be completely dead. And it took me about 2 years to realize that someone was deliberately killing this creek.
It didn't take long before the Creek team grew.
I said, what can I do to help? I'm a mom. I have 3 small children that are in these waterways almost daily. I want to invest my time and try to help.
Then a biochemist, now known as Science Rob, came aboard.
They spray about 147 waterways a year, most years going back at least 10 years.
And it turned out they weren't alone in their concern.
And I was shocked to learn it as well.
Orange County Supervisor Katrina Foley has been leading an effort to end Orange County's use of herbicides like Roundup. She brought up a motion at a board meeting last month to begin phasing out its use.
I respectfully ask for a yes vote on item S10A.
The Creek team waited 7 hours to speak.
Glyphosate is not the answer. Blanket spraying of probable carcinogens and destroying habitat should not be our default approach.
But the phase-out failed to pass.
The state and the federal government have permits and allow us to use these chemicals.
Supervisor Don Wagner voted against it.
Roundup in the river sounds bad, and of course it does. But again, the short answer is the amount of Roundup that is being used in the rivers, according to the science we've heard, does not pose the risk that these groups say it poses.
Well, I've done a lot more work on this area than my colleague, and what I can tell you is that while there are state-approved practices and protocols, our contractors were not following those practices and protocols.
That's what we found as well. Back in the spring, both the California EPA and the Santa Ana Water Board, which oversees much of Orange County's waterways, found Orange County Public Works was not complying with regulations in their monitoring and testing of glyphosate levels in waterways.
There was one sample where the lab came back and said, hey, we didn't do this in time, it's invalidated. We analyzed this too late, you can't use this data. And it was a data point to say that the water returned to safe levels. 11 days later, he signed off on the report, ignoring that invalid result, and passed it off to the public and the State Water Board as if it was valid.
We reached out to Orange County Public Works for comment. They sent a statement that reads, "We're in the process of reviewing 2 notices from the Santa Ana Regional Water Quality Control Board. We respectfully decline to comment on any details until after we engage with the Water Board." Now here's where we need to talk about glyphosate. Many of you may have seen commercials for class action lawsuits linking glyphosate herbicides like Roundup with cancer. The truth is, though, it remains a topic of intense debate. For years, Bayer and Monsanto, the owner and manufacturer of Roundup, have paid $11 billion to tens of thousands of people who say that Roundup gave them cancer. Then just this year, they paid another $7.25 billion to cancer victims. But while the cancer research arm of the World Health Organization says that glyphosate likely causes cancer, and the state of California back in 2017 added glyphosate to its list of chemicals that do cause cancer, the U.S. EPA maintains that there is no likely link between the two, and Bayer has admitted no wrongdoing or liability, and they maintain the product is safe. And then there's the reason these rivers are being sprayed in the first place.
Their whole justification for it is flood control. There's an outdated idea, which actually has been changed over the past 15 years, that vegetation is not allowed in channels because it'll slow water down and increase flood.
In fact, entities like LA and San Diego counties have already stopped their use of glyphosate, and portions of the LA River have been revegetated without additional flooding. But Supervisor Don Wagner isn't buying it.
Well, you might want to double check that information. The information we've got is that surrounding counties, LA and San Diego in particular, have made a big show of ending the use of those chemicals. And then according to our staff who've been talking to their staff, and they slowly start using them again because the alternative management just doesn't work.
We took that charge to the LA County Department of Public Works, who told us we have not used glyphosate-based herbicides, including Roundup, since March 2019. Use of other herbicides in waterways is limited, and when applied, all activities comply with the regulations and monitoring requirements established by the California State Water Resources Control Board. But the creek team's efforts have yielded results in Orange County. Many of their recommendations have been adopted by the Board of Supervisors, who, amid the numerous violations, have temporarily paused spraying. And a pilot program just began in 2 creeks where for the next year, there will be no spraying at all, something Supervisor Wagner does support.
Let's use that to gather the data we need. Get the information before we make a decision, rather than make a decision and then look for the information.
But the creek team feels the job isn't over.
No, because a pause means that it's going to start again. So no, we have a little bit of a win, but we are absolutely not done yet.
Jory Rand, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
We will continue to update you on any new developments in this story, and our investigative team is always looking for your ideas. Let us know what you want investigated at abc7.com/7 on your side.